Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 127. The Mercenary Pursuit, following a deadly mountain ambush. With the mercenary commander decisively defeated, Xiaoyan retreats into the isolation of the jagged peaks to nurse his severe injuries. Under the cold moonlight, the young warrior must now endure an agonizing treatment from Yao Lao to prepare for the inevitable pursuit lurking in the forest below.
The cold moonlight crept over the horizon, casting a pale shroud across the dense forest. On a jagged mountain peak, Xiaoyan bit down hard on a mouthful of cloth. Sweat poured from his forehead. His fingers gripped a thick branch so hard the veins in his hands turned blue and pulsed.
A thick, red liquid coated his bare back. Yao Lao, his form translucent and flickering, smeared the fluid across the boy's skin. Every time the old man's hand moved, Xiaoyan's spine jerked in a violent spasm. Yao Lao finished the application and looked down at the boy's twisted, pained expression. He gave a small, mocking grin.
Does that feel refreshing?
Xiaoyan spat the cloth from his mouth and hissed.
It feels like a kick in the teeth.
The heat radiating from his back made his skin crawl. He hated this demonic burning sensation. Yao Lao chuckled. He watched the red liquid evaporate into a thin mist and nodded.
Tell me, do you feel the threshold of a 7-star doge yet?
Xiaoyan rolled his eyes and let out a heavy breath.
I just broke into the 6-star rank. You think I can just jump another level in a month? Each star is a wall. The breakthrough is the hardest part.
It has been 5 months since we started this journey,
Yao Lao said, his voice dropping to a calm, steady tone.
The deadline for your promise to that Yunlan sect girl is less than a year away.
Xiaoyan's jaw tightened. He looked at his palms, then squinted at the moon.
I do not know where she stands now. 2 years ago, she was already a 3-star doge. With her talent and the resources of the Yunlan sect, she has likely grown faster than me.
True,
Yao Lao said.
I have ways to make your strength explode instantly, but the cost is too high. You would never progress again. I will not let you use those forbidden arts just to win a fight. The loss is too great.
I do not plan on losing,
Xiaoyan said. He flipped his body over and sat up.
You know how hard I have worked these last 2 years. She is the reason I keep pushing through this hell.
He looked at the phantom old man.
Besides, you told me you could help me catch up to her.
You little brat.
Yao Lao shook his head. He flicked his hand, and a clump of bone-chilling flame flickered in his palm.
Rest easy. If I did not have the skills to back up my talk, I would have no right to stand here. I can make you strong, but my method takes time. Right now, you are spending your time being chased all over these mountains. It is a waste.
Xiaoyan shrugged.
All you have to do is lift a finger and you could kill them all. But you prefer to play the aloof master and stay out of it.
Yao Lao smacked the boy on the back of the head.
If I solve every problem for you, why are you even alive? If you do not fight, your mind and your experience will never grow.
Xiaoyan groaned and rolled back over.
Those bastards. I am going to kill them all eventually. They are wasting my time.
He stuffed the cloth back into his mouth.
Master, keep going.
Yao Lao blinked.
You can still take more?
I do not have time to rest.
Xiaoyan muffled through the fabric. The old man saw the stubborn set of the boy's shoulders. A flicker of pride crossed his aged face. He pulled another bottle of blood-burning liquid from his ring and tilted it over the boy's back. Xiaoyan's breath hitched, the cold air whistling through his teeth as he braced for the heat. The next morning, the sun broke through the canopy in scattered, brilliant spots of light. Xiaoyan crouched in a hidden thicket, his eyes fixed on a group of mercenaries moving through the magical beast mountain range. Usually, these groups were disorganized, but this squad moved differently. They walked with a practiced rhythm, their eyes scanning the brush with intent.
Something is wrong,
Xiaoyan whispered. He spat out a blade of grass. He watched them for a long time, until his pupils suddenly contracted. He realized what was off. They weren't hunting beasts. They were searching for a target. He slipped away from the brush, moving like a shadow through the trees. He had smeared green plant sap all over his clothes, a trick that made him nearly invisible against the foliage and masked his scent. He trailed a small 5-man squad as they slipped off from the main group. Wolf-head mercenaries. Xiaoyan's lip curled into a cold smile. I killed their 3rd commander. Now I have poked the hornet's nest. He followed them deeper into the woods. He had been running for days, and his patience was gone. He wanted blood. He waited until the squad stopped to rest. One mercenary walked away from the group toward a large pine tree to relieve himself. The man stepped behind the trunk. Before he could react, a hand clamped over his mouth and a blade slid into his throat. He went limp without a sound. A moment later, a panicked scream erupted from behind the tree.
Magical beast! A rank 3 beast?
The resting mercenaries jumped to their feet. One turned toward the voice and cursed.
Did a woman drain you dry last night? We are on the edge of the range. There are no rank 3 beasts here.
The man who had shouted suddenly charged out from behind the tree. A flash of cold steel erupted. The mercenary's insult died in his throat as a blade opened his neck. Xiaoyan moved like a lightning bolt. He lunged forward, his palm thrusting out. A fierce suction force dragged the furthest mercenary toward him. He drove a dagger deep into the man's throat before the soldier could raise a weapon.
It is Xiaoyan!
One of them screamed. In 10 seconds, 2 5-star doge were dead. The remaining 2 scrambled back. The older mercenary kicked his companion toward Xiaoyan and reached into his sleeve. He pulled out a short whistle and pressed it to his lips. Before he could blow, a shadow blurred in front of him. A heavy kick slammed into his chest. The man spat a mouthful of blood. The force of the blow sent him flying backward, but he used his last bit of strength to blow. A sharp, piercing whistle echoed through the forest. Xiaoyan's face went dark. He finished the last of them and looked toward the forest edge. Figures were already moving toward his position.
I underestimated them.
Xiaoyan hissed. He turned and bolted. Whistles answered from every direction. The mercenaries were closing in.
Get him!
Someone roared. Xiaoyan dodged through the undergrowth, his green-stained clothes helping him vanish into the brush. He glanced back and saw a middle-aged man with a grim, shadowed face leading the charge. The man saw Xiaoyan and bared his teeth in a hateful grin.
You little brat!
The man roared, his voice cutting through the trees.
Today, I am going to bury you in these mountains.